All right, welcome back.
Welcome back.
I'm glad we're not movie critics because I wouldn't have a lot to say.
No,
but
you
you
wouldn't.
clearly would.
Oh, it depends on the genre, but yeah, I've seen a few movies in my days.
So last Friday of September,
That's correct.
and next week we'll go to print. Did you know the clock moved?
Yeah.
Next week we'll go to print on the October 6th and 7th. It's a doubleheader. So just to tease it out, because we're still putting the agenda together, and then the mayor and or mayor pro tem approve the final agenda, not the packet, but the actual agenda and placement of items the night before we go to print. So, or the day before we go to print. So again, we'll go to print next Wednesday, and then you'll have all weekend and the rest of the week to review and read stuff. So some of the interesting things, we'll talk about the Mills Act, and we'll get a kind of a litmus test from the council about how they'd like to see that program in the city, very valuable program in the city, be modified, give some direction to the HRB.
Yep. Mills Act is the program where people can receive a reduction in their property taxes for maintaining a historic resource.
Exactly. Theoretically, you're reinvesting the money that you would otherwise pay in property taxes into the resource.
That's right.
Pickleball options. So Brian Pierce wrote a great report with Tom Ford on pickleball options. So I think there's 4 different options the council gets to choose from. The water allocation again, and Mary did a great article about that in the Pinecone a couple weeks ago. And so the council will be presented with the Planning Commission's recommendation on how to break down, I think it's like 14.34 acre-feet of water or something. And then street addresses, so that's also, that one's queued up for some direction from council. So yeah, there'll be, there's other items on there as well. So those will be some of the main events. Yeah, it's gonna be a busy 2 days as usual, so. And then I just want to talk briefly about, our new amazing Ken Wysocki, Public Works Director, whose again background is in natural resource management and arboreal studies. So he's a master arborist, and we've had a temporary appointment of Renee Almadas, who's our interim or acting assistant city forester, and them with Justin and Tom Ford are just doing a great job. So we just went out and looked at some what Mr. Booter calls idiosyncratic tree locations. So again, where trees are in otherwise different places, like the middle of the street or
Like on
within
Mountain
pocket
View.
parks.
That one where you go over the hill.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or the side of a street where we've got kind of a pocket park. And, it's Ken's objective to replace those trees. So again, we'll do the typical public notice where we stick a stake in the ground saying a tree is coming and work with the adjacent private property owner. But Ken's vision is to have dead, dying, or diseased trees removed, have the stump ground and then replaced within really short order and then watered for 3 years. So he's working on a contract. So that's a great thing that he's got going on. And then we're also, Brandon, we're trying to balance the need for wildfire safety, wildfire preparedness by doing some fuel load reduction in areas like 2nd Avenue next on Pescadero Canyon, and then obviously Mission Trails Nature Preserve.
But that doesn't mean cutting trees down.
It doesn't mean cutting trees down.
Right.
No, it just means kind of removing dead and dying again underbrush that we call ladder fuels, and then limbing up some of the trees.
Because it allows the fire to climb up
It's
like a ladder.
It's amazing. You're amazing. And but we're trying to do some pilot projects so we can see exactly what that looks like. So again, we're more wildfire prepared, but we don't adversely impact the forested nature of the village. So that's an initiative that's been going on. And then lastly, I have kind of in the same vein, kind of a challenge. We all, the Monterey Peninsula, were very impacted by social media influencers at Car Week this year. And I know that you attended a meeting with city managers and police chiefs from, it was originally just gonna be the peninsula cities, but we expanded that to some of the cities like Marina and some of the smaller cities.
Even CSUMB was there.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
That's
great.
huge. Yeah, the missing player was Pebble Beach.
That's right.
Because again, they, a lot of their sponsors were also having events in the forest that were not permitted. So I had a meeting yesterday with the other mayors and, the other managers and mayors from 5th District with Supervisor Daniels. And we're pulling her into that conversation because obviously she and her constituents are impacted. So it's going to be a conversation that's ongoing. Again, how do we better coordinate and communicate and hopefully reduce impacts associated with Car Week? Because this year was among the worst. She talked about coming to pick up one of her kids here in the village at 9:30 on Friday, and I was just shivering, and it took her literally hours to find him and pick him up. And so we want to prevent that from happening and make sure, again, everyone's safe, not just the people who visit here, but the people who live here and work here. So that's what I got, buddy. What do you have?
Just a couple things. I attended on Friday one of the Carmel Women's Club 100-year celebration events. It was wonderful, really well attended. I know Acting Chief Trayer and many other people attended on Saturday as well. 2 days, really good event. They raised in the Pinecone. I saw they raised over $100,000 for the scholarship program. Congratulations to them. I just want to say it was a wonderful event. Carolyn came with me, and it was really nice.
And our Rotary was a sponsor as well.
That's right. Yeah, the Carmel-by-the-Sea Rotary was a sponsor. And then the last thing, just sort of, trying always to do some education and get people looped in, because you and I have the benefit of being involved with so much stuff.
And being just so knowledgeable. Hey, buddy. Hey.
One of the planners just is so excited about the vlog, they tried to come in and say hi. But so I just wanted to let people know. So the Sunset Center, they do a lot of stuff. It's not just one thing or the other. And today I got a really great presentation on Sunset Center Presents, which is sort of like what you probably might think of the most for some people when you think of the Sunset Center. These are the sort of like marquee events that have
flagship,
have advertisements, but the folks that are coming and they're big names. That's just one of the things the Sunset Center does. They do community outreach type of stuff, education. They have the Terrace Hour, which are free events for the community, which actually that's happening today, this evening. They have their historic presenting partners, their HPPs, they call them. This is like your Monterey Symphony and those kind of folks. So it's a formula of various different things that they do. And surprisingly, you may be surprised to know that those Sunset Center Presents events aren't really like big revenue drivers for the Sunset Center. It's really about getting people in, driving that awareness, making them come and visit us, and then plugging them into those other things, maybe becoming a member of the Sunset Center. That's a big part of it. But they're working on that stuff year round. I was interested also to learn that they're booking acts 12 to 24 months out. So it's not like you call somebody up, hey, can you play next week at the Sunset Center? They're making these relationships. They're booking with professional booking agencies all around the United States. So that's how we get such a great sort of diverse cadre of acts, everything from big names like Willie Nelson, we talk about that all the time, to more obscure acts, artists and speakers, authors, cultural acts, things that you might not see other places. So it's very intentional what they do there. And so, go check it out. Go check out their website and learn more about what they do.
Yeah, it is limited. The number of seats is kind of a governor to
700 and change.
Yeah, and kind of being off the 101, and so trying to catch acts as they travel artists between San Francisco and Los Angeles is challenging equally. And kind of a variety of things. But the artists do take all the money. All the box office.
It varies, but yes, a large part of the money goes to the artists from the box office. The other thing I learned that was interesting is we are in the professional terms, we are considered a rural market for performing arts centers. Even though we're a city, because of our size, because of our location off of a main thoroughfare, because of the size of the venue, we're considered a rural market, which I thought was interesting.
Well, the economic benefit to the village, not only from the perspective of that, we want to have a cultured population, is that kind of compression factor, right? So someone comes to see a Willie Nelson or whatever kind of artist from the Bay Area or the Central Valley, and they spend the night here. And so maybe they go to one of our amazing fine restaurants, and maybe they do some shopping.
Sure.
So again, the city is gleaning some revenue through that vehicle. offsetting the impact of people coming here and are able to invest it back into the
Yeah.
into the village.
Part of the
to
reason why
benefit our
it's
residents.
it's okay that those marquee Sunset Center Presents events don't necessarily generate revenue in and of themselves.
Yeah, it's an interesting formula.
It is, but go, like I said, go check it out, see what the Sunset Center is doing. If you're, tonight, go check out the Terrace series. That's wonderful. I don't know if you've been, but it's totally free.
Well, we started that during COVID.
Yeah.
It was a lunch terrace series.
It's
'cause
wonderful.
We could be outside, so
Yeah.
it's really taken off.
Yeah.
We built a little stage. Cleve built a little stage there.
Yeah.
And it's
It's
really
all set up. They got chairs out and everything. It's
Yeah.
great. Yep. So I hope you have a nice weekend.
I hope you have a nice weekend.
Yep.
Sure I'll see you at some point.
I'm sure. And also, take good care.